Hello everyone. In this video we're going to be taking a look at an article. It's from CNN in their travel section, I guess you could say. It's written by Faith Karimi, and now it says updated, but I didn't see it published before this, so we're just going to say that it was published on March 13th. JetBlue bans passenger who notified crew after landing that he'd test positive for the human malware, the Corona Chan, WuFlu, however you want to look at it. But yeah, they tested positive. See, they thought they might have it, and the dumb shit said, you know what, I think I'm going to get on a plane and I'm going to take a flight. Probably not a good idea. Anyway, let's get into the article here. JetBlue banned a passenger who flew from New York to Florida while awaiting the results of a coronavirus test and notified the crew after landing that they came back positive, the airline said. The guy should be more than banned, in my honest opinion. If you think you have a disease that is as transmissionable as the WuFlu, maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't be getting onto an airplane into a pressurized cabin in a confined space where you can expose a bunch of friggin' people to it. Whether you know you have it or not, if you believe that you could, that's negligence on your part. I mean, this person should honestly be charged criminally. I hate to say that, but if you're going to go with something like this isn't just a flu, bro. And you're going to go and get on a plane and expose people to it, there is negligence involved. If anything, if nothing criminal, he should at least be able to be sued if any of those people that were on the plane get it. And they can prove that he was how they caught it. The stupidity of people. The passenger left John F. Kennedy International Airport and landed at West Palm Beach on Wednesday night. He did not disclose to anyone at JetBlue that he was awaiting results of a coronavirus test, the airline said. Well, of course he didn't. If you think you might have the WuFlu and you're trying to go from New York to Florida, are you going to honestly tell the airline that you're, getting on a plane with that? Oh yeah, by the way, I could possibly have the WuFlu. Because they're going to then turn around and go, well, sir, we can't have you on the plane. So, of course, this person didn't tell them. It wasn't it escaped their mind. No. It was the fact that this individual decided that their need to travel trumped exposing other people to this. Or they could just be a complete and total moron and they don't have any common sense. But I'm thinking it's more the, if I tell someone I'm going to be in trouble shit. On arrival, the passenger told the crew that he had been notified the test was positive and cleaning immediately started for the areas he went through based on security camera footage. The Port Authority of New York and New Jersey said. They included gates, security, checkpoints, check-in counters and kiosks, elevators and restrooms. And you know what? This guy going there, knowing full well that he could have it, I hope they send him a bill for the cleaning. Because if you are that much of a sleazy, shifty, shady, scummy person that you would put other people at risk like this, or you're that much of a moron that you go, oh, well, I don't think it's a big issue. I don't think I should tell people, I don't think, I think it's perfectly fine to get on a flight. If you're either a sleazy, shifty scumbag or an idiot, either scenario, you should have to pay for what you did. And if that means financially covering all the cleaning and everything else and getting sued by people that you exposed to the disease, say on that flight, so be it. If you can be charged criminally for your negligence and your dipshittery, so be it too. Because dipshittery is no excuse to get away from a crime unless you're a Clinton. Which that shouldn't even be the case. Last night's event put our crew members, customers, and federal and local officials in an unsettling situation that could have easily been avoided, and as such, this customer will not be permitted to fly on JetBlue in the future, the airline said in a statement on Thursday. Good for them. Good for them. I have to give JetBlue credit for this one. Because, some lesser, woke virtue signaling airline might go and not do something like that. But this person should be banned from flying on their airline. They have the right to do that, and I agree with them doing it. See, this is one of those things, like, I haven't really covered this much, with the WuFlu and that. But I'm like, I saw this one, and I'm like, I should probably do a video on this, because this is just, like, sheer scumbaggery, stupidity, and or both. And this moron, this scumbag, he put a lot of people at risk. Or at least, put them at risk, but he exposed them to having a higher chance of catching the WuFlu. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention have asked people feeling unwell, those who believe they may have coronavirus, or those who are awaiting test results to avoid travel until they are cleared by a medical professional. No shit. Common sense. But this person wanted to get to Florida. This is like that Chinese tourist who took a bunch of medication, completely hid her symptoms, didn't let anyone know because she was going to France. And yeah, it came out after she got there that she was like a typhoid Mary. Yeah, this is kind of like that. This idiot was like, well, I want to do my travel. Screw everyone else. So this is what happens when people do stupid shit like that. Palm Beach International Airport is operating normally a day after the incident, spokeswoman Lacey Larson said. It has temporarily closed down Concourse A for cleaning after passengers aboard the flight went through that area. All health guidelines were followed for the patient and passengers aboard the flight were assessed. All health guidelines were followed for the patient and passengers aboard the flight were assessed. That makes absolutely no grammatical sense. That's why I had to reread it. They would think they would proofread this. It does make grammatical sense, but it's not the best way of wording it, maybe. I mean, it kind of does make grammatical sense. I mean, all health guidelines were followed for the patient and passengers aboard the flight were assessed. No, that isn't grammatically correct. So what they're basically saying is that what was done was assessed in dealing with the situation. So Captain Albert Barato of Palm Beach Fire and Rescue, which responded to the scene. Passengers in the vicinity of the positive patient were advised of monitoring procedures. The rest of the passengers were released to go home and given directions to call the health department with any medical concerns, he said. The condition of the passenger or where he's being quarantined is unclear. Well, yeah, they probably don't want to mention that because people might want to strangle his ass for this one. And what gets me is these people are all exposed to him. And they just send him home and go, oh, yeah, if you got any concerns, give a call here. Talk about, passing the buck. That's kind of shitty. This idiot exposes all these people. And the thing is, you would think they would at least keep tabs on these people, maybe have them go into a voluntary quarantine for 14 days or something like that. No, just send them home. If you get any concerns, let them have the idea that, hey, they're probably going to be fine. Even if they aren't, fuck it. They can just go and expose other people. Stupidity. We've got idiots abroad, idiots at home, idiots everywhere. I mean, this is literally, it's actually, I don't want to say idiots. It's more like assholes. It's more like Spaceballs. It seriously is, where you have Lord Helmet surrounded by assholes. We are literally these days surrounded by these assholes who think that shit doesn't apply to them. And this is what you end up with. Oh, God. I mean, this is ridiculous. We need to be taking the whole WuFlu thing more serious than we are when it comes to the general population. If we had been more proactive earlier, we wouldn't be where we are right now. If you look at what Taiwan has done, well, that came out a little funny, Taiwan. But if you look at what Taiwan's done and how they've handled things, because they don't trust China, because they know China are a bunch of shady, shifty, scummy, sleazy pieces of shit in the CCP, because they didn't trust them, and they have dealt with like SARS and that previously. They were prepared. They've got like 42 cases because they stopped the spread of it. They've got an action plan that puts everything else to shame. They've got it so that people are willing to quarantine themselves. They're using their phones as a means to make sure that they're staying where they are, because people, take their phones with them. But they're also doing like other things, and they're keeping the public informed. So because they're doing that, they've had way better means of controlling the outbreak. And these are, this is a nation that has a lot of travel between mainland China and it. So what does that tell you? Anyway, I've covered this well enough. I'm just going to leave things here.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow?
Go!
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video, when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.